I didn't predict I'd be making one of these videos so soon after the previous addition to stupid YouTube comments, but guys, this was just too good. I could not pass the opportunity to expose this guy for the fucking idiot he is. Not only is this guy a fucking moron who has no fucking clue about the gaming industry or any sort of grasp on basic spelling and grammar, but he also exposed himself to be something even more pathetic. You guys are gonna love this. Let me tell you the story. So some asshole whose name was misspelt in multiple different ways has been commenting on a number of my videos for the past few days, claiming that I'm a fucking moron who doesn't know what he's talking about, that I'm a YouTube loser or some stupid shit, and that I don't understand the video game industry. Let me read to you the comment that sparked this discussion, and as usual, I'm gonna read it as it was written, spelling errors and all. If you hate cancel exclusive content, you must like parody. You got mad cuz Unity was 900p on both, but then people on Xbox would be punished if it was 1080p on PS4. By logic, it's not fair to have better or worse versions of a game owned. If you find that you're missing a few brain cells after that wall of verbal diarrhea, don't be concerned. You're not the only one. Now, you may be thinking, Fringy, how does this really differ from any other comments you see on your channel from time to time? That's a good point. These are comments I receive on a somewhat regular basis from people who usually can't spell or write, and while they're ridiculously funny to read, they aren't exactly unique. Don't worry, the good shit's coming. So I started having a back and forth conversation with this guy, as close as a conversation can get to one guy explaining his points and one guy calling you a faggot. And I was trying to explain to him that console exclusive content and parody are not related. I'm sure I don't have to explain this to you guys. Console parody involves the downgrading of a game on a more powerful machine to match the technical prowess of a weaker box. This is bad for gamers as it limits the growth of technology while punishing those who paid more money for the better visual and performing experience. However, he thinks I'm a hypocrite because I disapprove of console parody, despite the fact that a game looking better on a more powerful machine is not the same as deliberately borrowing content from gamers because of their preference. This is fairly straightforward shit, yet this guy couldn't get this through his head. Later on in the discussion, he agreed with my fucking points, yet continued to use the same argument I used against console-exclusive content to defend console parody. He essentially said one thing, but acted in a completely contradictory way. This makes no fucking sense, and basically showed me that he didn't actually understand my points. I tried to explain this to him as you can see on screen, but it just didn't sink in through his dense fucking head. At this point, like the pussy he later revealed himself to be, he claimed that he won and then called me a faggot, incorrectly spelled of course. I tried to continue the conversation, but he wanted no part of it. Now, prior to the discussion, he told me not to feature him in stupid YouTube comments because he'd apparently fucked me up. But I really couldn't resist once this happened. I basically explained to him that I rebutted every single point that he made, while he came away with complete nonsense because I could tell he was wrong and he was in denial. Then he came back with this gem. No, I just can't take stupid. The irony of this statement was so gold that I replied telling him he would make stupid YouTube comments number 5, which set off the chain of events that revealed how much of a pussy he really was and essentially provided me with all the material I needed to make this video. Now he wants to show me how much of a badass he is with this comment. He said, I will fucking destroy you if you post that. And if you post it today, you don't wanna know, you stupid cunt. You are just dumb. I am better than you fuckwit. I am the best. After this, I said to him, whatever you say, buddy, just keep on digging. Now, a couple of minutes later, I came back to this comment, and it was inexplicably gone for some fucking reason. Then he replied with, lol, he didn't reply. Guess I win. At this stage, I gave him the benefit of the doubt and assumed that it was gone through some YouTube glitch. I replied by reposting the same comment I made before with some additional stuff added to it. But here's where it all happened. I came back again after posting this comment and saw that it was fucking gone as well. He also left another stupid comment claiming I ran off crying, and at this stage I immediately knew he fucking deleted it. Not only because I didn't delete it, but what sort of person responds to nobody twice if a comment wasn't initially left there? His second and third comments were left just seconds after I responded to him with the comments that he fucking deleted. I don't know about you, but that seems very fucking suspicious to me. He then left a comment pretending as though he didn't know how to delete comments, which was clearly bullshit, and I left another comment explaining how I exposed this guy, and he deleted that one too, like the pussy that he is. Now, I actually got screenshots of the comments he deleted, but when I put them into Paint, I accidentally fucked up and saved the wrong images. I cropped out the comments I wanted to save, but accidentally left the remaining cropped images instead, which nearly sent me into a fit of rage, because my evidence was fucking gone, with the exception of the pages I copied images from, which could only count as evidence if you trust me over this cock, which I hope you do. Just think about this. Would I have these images here if I didn't have the evidence to begin with? Or more to the point, would I be going out of my way to make this video if it was predicated on a fucking lie? It's just like what happened in the 5th season of 24. Jack Bauer wouldn't have hijacked a plane if he didn't have the evidence he needed, but when it was fucking destroyed, we should have still believed in him. However, all was not lost, and I believe that even though my evidence was lost that was really decisive, I can show that I'm not lying and that this fucker is. Firstly, let's just examine his comments. When someone doesn't reply, does that person literally go back to the comments seconds after the initial comments were left, only to say shit like, he didn't respond, I'm a winner? No. Only someone who received a notification on YouTube and actually saw those comments would do that, which makes it all the more likely that he deleted these fucking comments. Secondly, think about this. Who has more incentive to delete comments? The guy who was mocking this person, me, by saying that they're going to make a video about them, or the guy who's getting exposed? Exactly. Why the fuck would I delete my own comments when they're exposing this guy to be deleting my comments? Why would I do that? I also didn't know about the initial commenter being able to delete comments, so I decided to check this out myself. I went to a comment I left on someone else's video and saw that I could delete any comments that were in response to the initial comment. I find this to be a fucking absurd feature, that someone could be getting exposed and then start deleting your shit. Finally, let's examine the final comment I left him. Before I exposed him to be deleting my comments, he replied to me very promptly. Yet after I told him I had evidence he was deleting my comments, he was nowhere to be fucking found. Now, I know this arsehole's gonna come back and comment on this video claiming that I'm lying about the evidence, but you guys seriously have no fucking idea how pissed off I am at myself for screwing up like that and accidentally saving the wrong images. However, I really hope that you guys are able to look at this discussion, observe the behavior of this guy juxtaposed to me, and see that if anybody had any reason to delete my comments, it would be him. If he didn't delete my comments, he wouldn't have run off the second time I told him I screen capped his comments. Only a guilty person reacts that way. And just because this guy couldn't admit the fault, he revealed himself to be a pussy and a fucking liar.